Hey everybody, it's Kathy Braxton from Improv for Caregivers, otherwise known as Dementia Demos on our YouTube channel. And today I'm going to talk about caregiver stress and how to handle it. And what I'm going to do is my best ability is to avoid platitudes that you have all read, whether it's on a Google search or something like that. There's always the common, eat good, get your exercise, make sure you sleep, talk to a therapist, go to a support group. Those are all fantastic concepts. Yes, those platitudes that we continue to read are reasonable, but sometimes we need to go beyond that because we just feel like we are at our wits' end. So there are a couple concepts I'm going to encourage you to consider. One is outsourcing. So what can you do to outsource other forms of care for your loved one that you don't have to take on yourself? So many caregivers feel like they're completely alone in this process. I can't tell you the numerous amounts of time, more times than not, where one family member feels as though they are all alone in this and no one else is helping them. So I encourage you to think about perhaps those long distance relationships, those long distance family members. What can they do to stay involved? And maybe it's creating a phone chain. So you find out something that's going on with mom's health. You want to give an update from a care plan conference. Maybe you don't have the time, and I'm sure you don't, to call everybody to give them that update. So the goal would be, employ someone else to do that. You call your sister who's living out of state and say, here's the update. Here's the list of people that I want you to email and give this update to. And in one way, it is kind of, you're being a little assertive and saying, I do need your help on this. I do want you to be involved. I understand that you're distant. This is something I can take off my list. This is something I can take off my plate. So delegate. Think about what other people can do. And it doesn't necessarily have to be your family. Do you have friends that would be willing to do some visits with your loved one? Neighbors that would be willing to do a sit with your loved one while you go out and run errands. Think about, kind of delegating a little bit. And it's okay. You should do this. You should delegate out a little bit. If you feel or get pushback, well, then you know that that's not the person that's going to be supporting this process of care that you're going through. The next thing I encourage you to do is consider the concept that was brought up by another Reddit post called care versus control. And it's really interesting if you're dealing with a specific concept or just, today, this is what I want to focus on, or this week when I visit dad, this is what I want to focus on. And it's two things. I want to focus on care and control, and they're two separate things. So one, what can you do to provide care to that loved one? What is something that you can do to give or provide joy to that person? So maybe it's taking them out for lunch, right? When you go and do your visit, your focus on care is what can I do to create connection with that person? Thinking of those out trips, bringing a photo album, bringing in their favorite music, hand massage. What can I do to provide care, connection between the two of us? Focus on that. That's incredibly intentional. You're going to think about what you want to do, and then you're going to bring the tools that you need to do that. Then the second part of it is control. What can I control in the process of this person going through the aging and dementia process, right? Do I need to set up a care plan meeting? Do I need to call a doctor for a neurology appointment? Do I need to ask somebody to review their medications? Do I need to sign them up for dental? This is more of a logistical thing, right? So when you take both ends of it, your intention on either side is very, very different, which also leads to the way that you proceed. But doing both, right, and separating them out might help you kind of balance that thing. And then the final thing I would say in regards to caregiver stress is find the person in your life that you can talk to and vent to. Go through your emails, start at A, go all the way through Z. Find the person will let you vent. Give them that opportunity to do that. Tell them you need them to just hold the bucket. And if you find that you're picking out somebody and it's not working out, just cut that off the list. Those are not the people that you can call for this specific concern. So know who you can work with and who will listen, and know who doesn't. I guess, and then the last thing is, if you need to, yeah, self-care is great. And sometimes self-care means going and breaking things. So I recently found out that there are places nearby even where you can go in and like smash things and break things, and you pay for like the time that you're in there, and you can take like a baseball bat to an old battered car, or go to a space where you can break a bunch of plates. Sometimes the stress is so bad that doing positive things for yourself, although are very, very helpful, don't get out the rage and anger and frustration that you feel. So think about that. Don't encourage you to do it in your own home, but take a look out there in the world around you in your community. Is there something out there that gives you that outlet? There are literally spaces that let you do that. Yeah, exercise fits that bill, but sometimes we need a little bit more expression of violence in our lives to express just how frustrating we feel, getting all of that out of our system. I am really hopeful that this helps you. I want to circle back and talk more about care versus control if I can learn more about it from the original poster. So you'll see this on a Reddit video if you like. But here, it's YouTube, the YouTube channel, Dementia Demos. You can always reach me by email, which is improv4 caregivers. And I'm always out there on dementia, the Reddit dementia posts, and I'm known as Dementia Whisper. So that'll all be in the bottom in the comments. Please subscribe. I hope you like these videos. Thanks.